Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just want to do a quick recap of how January was for me. Honestly, I only made 350 bucks in January and I'm okay with that. So the way that added up was basically I work with a matchmaking company and they hired me to take photos of new clients for their, matchmaking profile. So I had two of those gigs and then I was able to sell some photos to one of those clients. So that is how I was able to get to 350. But in January, I was still busy, and here's one of those videos that I created in January.
First, thank you guys all so much for coming. My name is Shannon Ash. I am one of the co-founders of the Everywhere Project. We are a nonprofit that started during COVID when overdoses were really spiking, not only in Philly, but across the US. And since then, we have distributed over 1.5 million meals to the community. We provide access to safer use supplies and overdose prevention education. We distribute naloxone and testing strips and pretty much anything people might need to be safer around substance use. We also provide a lot of education and develop educational materials that are used both internationally and outside the US. If anyone is ever looking to get involved or curious about volunteering, we have events twice a week, every week. And we are always open for new faces and for people to come out. We also always take clothing donations, and if anyone ever needs support around their own substance use or the substance use of a family member, our DMs are always open and we'll help out however we can.
I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I had the opportunity to go into an amazing space and document a bunch of chefs from Boston who now live in Boston and work in Boston, who came down to Philly to basically honor a passing chef. I believe he passed a few years ago, and they also tied it with a nonprofit charity organization. I'll link some more information above or below. But anyway, so that was an amazing space. The kitchen was huge. Usually when I shoot inside of kitchens, inside of any restaurant, they're usually a bit smaller. So this was a fun environment to move around. I had so much space to get different angles, as you saw in the video. A few other things that I did in January is I created 6 different blog posts. One of the goals I had for the year was to push myself into write more because I started writing later of in last year and I kind of let that die down a little bit. So my goal was to at least write one new blog post per week, and maybe I'll tie in some other blog posts about different things that are coming up to mind. I tend to use Substack, so if you're not following me on Substack, please do. I try to create blog posts that are meaningful to me and hopefully to whoever who ends up reading it. Another thing I ended up doing in January is that I went tailgating for the first time. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. I'm sure this video will be out before the Super Bowl. But anyway, so I had the opportunity to tailgate the NFC championship game. I brought my Lumix S9 and I just filmed, took photos. I ended up meeting some cool people, and I also saw one of my homies who, funny enough, is the same cool homie that I got connected with to do the dinner. So, it's good to have friends and it's good to network. And speaking about network, I also was able to finally meet a dude named Joshua who owns an amazing filming photo production company in the Philadelphia area. If you live in Philly, you probably heard of his production company already. So I finally was able to go to do some behind the scenes for a shoot he was doing with Pico. I also uploaded 6 videos to YouTube. I try to keep it a mix of actual projects and talking head videos. So what I want to do in the future, or what I'm currently doing now, is that I do want to post at least once a week, but I want to make sure that my every post that I post isn't just me talking to the camera. I want to actually showcase what a camera is capable of doing in the environment. So one of the things I finally put out was the Providence. It's a French restaurant in the Philadelphia area that me and my friend David worked on. So that is finally out. I'll put a link above so you can watch that video if you haven't had the chance to. I also added the tailgating, my journey to basically the football stadium to just capture a bunch of people having fun and just having a good old time. I also linked that above. I also went to New York City to hang out with the new Leica SL3S ambassador. If you know, you know. I'll link his work up above. I went to the city with Blake, a photographer who also shoot Leica in Philadelphia, and we met up with my homie Mark. There will be a clip here somewhere of us hanging out. But that was a fun time being able to hang out with the guys and just have a good time. Sometimes we just need to unwind. Not everything is really about taking photos or the next client or next gig. So just being able to be in a room with like-minded individuals and grabbing drinks right after and just talking about life and potentially going on a trip next year or this year actually. I hope next year because I am getting married this year, so I don't have much money. But I'm hoping that trip actually does happen because I think that would be amazing. So one of the goals that I had for myself this year was to try to meet more people in person that I've talked to all the time. So while January wasn't a big month of, a bunch of money coming in, but I think and I feel very accomplished for what I was able to do, being consistent, making sure that I uploaded 6 videos, wrote 6 blog posts, and also just hanging out with people that are awesome and that I like on a human level, and hoping to create more bonds. I'm hoping to get back into the studio next month or this month, which is February now, and hopefully have a team behind them. So I'm hoping in February, March, build a team. It doesn't have to be a big team. I'm hoping 1 or 2 individuals who either want to learn more about the studio or want to get more into like taking photos of or basically doing portraitures in the studio, working with lighting or off lighting or natural lighting. I'm hoping to teach as much as I can and also build a team while I'm teaching. So it should be a fun few months, and I'm hoping to document as I go because I think if I am capable of teaching in person, I should be able to showcase some of that information on YouTube, and hopefully if you stumble onto my video, you learn something as well. But with that being said, as many of you may know, my name is Jacob Francois. Hope you like what you heard, and I hope you learned something. And if so, please like and subscribe or leave a comment below of something that you worked on in January that you believe will help you